All right, the third core value at Hotel Solutions is to never stop learning. So in the past year, we've changed a lot. We've been changing like one thing after another. It's kind of been a perfect storm. We had a few things that we had on the agenda, like on our calendar to change, like to implement ClickUp and to switch from Dropbox to SharePoint. And then some other things came up that were kind of forced upon us. There were changes with COVID and changes with the economy. There's lots of cyber attacks right now. So we had to kind of increase our security, and that changed some of our internal processes. So we have changed so many things, and that's part of a culture of never stop learning. Change is inevitable. So you kind of have to be flexible and be willing to change and adapt and grow. And that is just the truth of life. And it helps that our value is never stop learning, because it's been something we've had to do this past year. But this core value didn't come from those big systems and process changes that we've been experiencing this past year. Those are going to be great. Like in a year when we have kind of calmed down from all of those big changes and have implemented kind of better systems, better technology, it's going to be awesome on the other side of it to see how far we've come and how much we've implemented. But the reason that never stop learning is a core value is because the spirit of learning, just the everyday, day-to-day attitude of being willing to learn and staying curious and staying open, I think just makes our life so much richer and fuller. Because as humans, we're made for growth and for learning. Learning something new gives us a sense of pride and accomplishment and satisfaction. My kiddos, Levi and Ava, they are constantly learning new things, and they go about it completely different. Like Ava, she is very independent. She doesn't want help with anything. Like she'll be trying to put on clothes, or like she'll take off her pull-up and try to put on a new one by herself. And she's 2, and sometimes it doesn't go that well, but she will not. She'll be like, no, I want to do it. I want to do it. She does not want help. She wants you to back off and let her try it for the next 10 minutes. And then when she does it, she's so proud. Like it can be inside out and backwards and whatever, but it's not perfect. But she's so proud of the work that she did and that she accomplished it. And then Levi, he wants help with everything. He is my sweet, sweet mama's boy. And he will try for like half a second. I need help. And then I'm happy to help him because he's my boy. But he really wants a lot of help. And Buck will try to push him in this area more than I do. But no, you can try it, bud. Like, give it a try. I know you can do it, and just encourage him through it. And then once he gets something done, like he puts his own shirt on by himself, he's so proud and happy. Like he has the enthusiasm probably bigger than Ava because he didn't think he could do it, and then he did it. And both of them, I just love that picture of seeing that happen so much in our lives right now as they're young, because it just reminds me we are made to continually be learning, and how exciting and fulfilling it is to accomplish something, like even if it's a little hard and uncomfortable. Like when we were switching from Dropbox to SharePoint, it was not smooth sailing. Like, you just built in so much muscle memory with how you've been doing things. Like that was just the filing system. And it just was so, like we had allotted like 2 weeks to do it, and then we were going to move on to another project. But it was so much upheaval in our normal day-to-day processes, like our muscles, our clicks of the mouse, our saving of our files. It was so ingrained in us, like we just automatically wanted to do it the old way. It took a while to move to that new task, and I think there were points in it, well, at least for me, that I wanted to go back to the old way and give up, and this isn't going to work, and this isn't going to become natural. And then we pushed through, and it did become natural, and eventually we did, much later than we anticipated, move on to the next project. We moved into ClickUp, and I think in ClickUp right now, at least at this point, it's still a little uncomfortable for us. It's still not natural. Like we still have all that muscle memory of doing it the old way, and we haven't figured out the smooth sailing process yet. But at least we have the memory of, oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to feel. Like, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, and we're going to get through it, and it's going to be better. And just that repetitive process of knowing, oh yeah, we're meant for growth. Like, oh yeah, we can learn. Oh yeah, we are going to get better, and seeing how far we go from year to year. It's just incredible. And I think that even not just big system changes, but like I said, the small, just daily attitude of being open, being curious, trying new things, and then tweaking them slightly. And then like, oh, I don't really like that. Let me tweak it again. For instance, last year we were kind of studying time management together as a team. And one thing that Buck and I continually kept hearing from mentors was like, email is such a distraction. Like, keep your email open at all times and constantly distract yourself. You need to be able to focus on deep work, and don't open your email first thing, because then whatever you had on your agenda to get done that morning, it's going to be derailed. Like, you're going to be distracted by whatever's in your inbox. And that made a lot of sense. And so we kind of implemented and tried out across the board with the team. Okay, no opening your email first thing in the morning. But then in my personal practice, when I started doing that, one, it took a while to get the hang of because I just automatically want to open my email. But two, I noticed when I would spend several hours trying to work on a project and not having opened my email yet for the day, I would have kind of a low grade sense of anxiety about like, what is in that inbox? Like, what are the things waiting for me? What are people chomping at the bit for that I haven't responded to? And so I've tried recently opening my email, having a short period of time where I respond to some emails or just verify that nothing's on fire, and then closing it. I don't keep it open all the time, and I don't respond to everything right that moment, but I verified that I've addressed anything that's like on fire or needs my attention. And now I can close it and have full focus on the project at hand. And that's something I'm still playing with and toying with and figuring out what works best for me. But just the spirit of openness and curiosity that I'm learning is helping me to tweak things, to play with it, to try it out and really figure out what is working for me, and to notice like, hey, I'm learning, I'm trying things, and I'm growing, and it's awesome. So welcome to Hotel Solutions. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're part of the team and on this fun, wild journey with us. And I really want you to remember that you are positive, you never stop learning, and you are the guide.